Hey, Bobcat Nation, it's time for another Bobcat Coach's Corner. This time we're going to talk some cross country with Stephen Cary, assistant coach for the program. Thanks for being with us, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, buddy. You got a unique background. Of course, you ran a little bit further south here down at Valdosta State. Boo, boo, Valdosta State.
Hey,
but
hey,
we
hey,
appreciate you joining the
Go
dark
Blazers.
side up here. But talk to me a little bit about your career, and I mean, where were you typically on the finishing list there for the Blazers?
I ran 4 years for Valdosta State Blazers, and I was typically in the top 5. I had an up and down career, so I was a leader 1 year, and the next year I'd be 5th on the team. So we just had that kind of a team, kind of similar to the one we have here, actually.
Okay.
A lot of competition, inter squad competition, so it was fun.
All right. Well, and of course you have unique family ties to the Bobcats.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about that.
My brother ran here for 4 years as well. He was a senior last year and just finished up, and so I competed against you guys quite a bit. I came up here and ran the Bobcat Ramble several times.
All right, cool.
Every year that Tim was here, so that was fun. I got to really get in good with Coach Samproni and Rich, and it's fun.
All right, excellent. So we got Tim Cary, your brother, that just finished up,
Yes,
and
sir.
he's going to be finishing up his degree here in December time, I believe, right?
Yes, sir. He graduates in December.
Okay. What program is he doing again? I forget.
Economics.
Economics. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, you also have your sister-in-law that's on the women's squad right now, and
Yes,
Emily.
sir, I
right?
do. Yes,
okay.
sir.
So all sorts of family ties to
Exactly.
the Bobcats, and he fits in great. Okay. So let's look back a little bit. We just finished up the Bobcat Invitational, our home meet.
Yes, sir.
We like to start things at home because it's probably going to be about the toughest course they're going to run all year, isn't it?
Oh, it'll be the toughest. Looking at the schedule, it's definitely the toughest.
Okay. Small meet. We don't typically bring in too many teams because I know our chute early is a little bit tight,
Yes,
so you
sir.
can't fit too many teams in there. But tell me a little bit about the guys. Finished second. You got a good, strong finish from Tyler Maddox and Dan Horseman. Colin Conroy was up top there as well. I mean, how did you feel about the men's race?
Wow, I felt really, really strong about the team going into the meet. I think we all did. We have a great team, a great group of guys. In our top 4, like you said, we've got Tyler, Dan, Colin, and Philip. Solid top 4. A lot of inter-squad competition there. Good thing about Tyler and Dan and Colin is they're all 3 seniors, and they're focused. They're extremely focused. Never seen a group of guys this focused in my life. And Tyler is running his tail off. I mean, he's just definitely gets down and he's improving every day. So is Dan. One of the cool things I think about this past meet was all of them ran faster than they did last year, even Dan. And you look at Dan's progress last year, setting school records. It bodes well for the rest of the season. I mean, it does. And Philip coming in as a sophomore, he has a year under his belt. We're looking for great things from him as well. He's going to be a great runner, and now adjusting to the 8K distance, Philip's not going to have a problem. I'm really looking for positive things out of him, and he's really upbeat about the season. I think his sophomore year, there's definitely a maturity level. He's
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's definitely improved there. So I think we're going to have a strong men's team. Right now, it's the 5th runner that's kind of the key for us. We've got Rob, who is also a senior, and Travis Knight. Both seniors, really trying to get something out of them.
Sure.
And they're improving. They are improving, but we've got to bridge the gap between our 5th runner and Philip, our 4th runner right now.
Yeah, the idea, of course, run like a pack, keep
Yes,
all
sir.
those times low, and your slots low, and then your score is low, and
Exactly.
up to the top of the standings you go, right?
Exactly. And I really think we're going to do well in the conference and region this year. Every meet we're going to, there's a reason and a rhyme and reason to go, and I really believe we're going to be able to compete well with Columbus State, Clayton State, Augusta State. So.
Yeah, those are typically the folks that are taking this conference, the top 3 slots, and we've worked our way in there a couple of times, and it looks to be doing some more of the same, barring everybody staying healthy. Let's switch to the women's side, and it's really more of the same. I mean, you got that pack style running of a bunch of nursing majors and Allison Loans and
Yes,
Carissa Ekstrom, and then behind them is Ashton Passano. So how did you feel about that first race for those guys?
I thought it was very well. Once again, we kind of expected the pack. I think even more so than the men further back on the team. We've got 7 or 8 girls that could potentially be in the top 5 any given week. You have Allison, who is definitely a clear favorite on our team right now as far as a front runner goes. But then after that, you've got Ashton, Carissa, Courtney, you've got Victoria, Rebecca, freshman. We've got a solid group of girls that really, even in practice, I mean, aren't even consistently a number 2 girl. Okay. I mean, they switch off. So it's exciting to see that, and I think that just the finish in the Bobcat Invitational just reinforced what we have on the girls' side. Solid group of girls, and you look at their times. I mean, they were separated literally by seconds.
Sure, sure. And so you got Loans out there in front leading the pack.
We have Loans out there, yes,
and then
sir.
just a big wad of folks coming in after that.
Exactly, and I really think we're going to have a potential, first team all conference, maybe even first team all region with Allison if she continues to improve and stays healthy. That's the key.
Sure.
But also we have a slew of other runners that might be second team all conference, and maybe even first team if they really have a outstanding day. So a lot of potential there, a lot of potential. And I think right now we're ranked 5th or 6th in the conference. I really believe that by the end of the season, some teams are going to be surprised by what we have.
Sure, sure. Yeah. Sounds like it. All right, well, let's look forward then to the weekend. We got a big trip out to California.
Yes, sir, a really long trip.
UC Irvine. I know Joe likes to do these trips a couple of times a year. He uses it as a recruiting tool to tell folks that, hey, you're going to get to run in Boston and Arizona and places like
California.
That. Yeah, so we're headed to UC Irvine, going to be a largely D1 meet, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. They're going to run against some competition that they're probably not going to see the rest of the year. But it's going to be tough competition.
Yeah, and I imagine you got to probably attack those style of meets as more of just worry about your times.
Yes,
enjoy the trip. Don't necessarily worry about that number that you finish in because we're running against some tougher competition.
Right, and one thing about the trips is it's a little bit more laid back atmosphere. They're having a little bit of fun as well, so that's a good thing. And right now we were looking at the weather last night in California, in Irvine, California. It's 70s. Nice. Perfect running weather. So,
awesome.
So like you said, they're going to be able to focus a little more on time, not worry so much about their place in the race, their overall place, but focus just on them. And I think that's a key. Once again, all the meets that we have do have a rhyme and reason. Our main focus is conference and region, and so this kind of fits in there as well. Like I said, they get to focus a little more on time and running fast. And that's what you want to do as a runner. It's fun to run fast.
Indeed, indeed. All right, well, tell me who's going to be making the trip this weekend? Who's making the trip?
All right, on the men's side, we have Dan and Colin, are 2 of our top 3 runners. We have Philip, also in our top 4, and then we also have Travis and Tucker.
Okay, so Tucker Forbes gonna make the spot for Maddox, I guess, is not making the trip.
He is,
okay.
And so those 5 guys are solid, and I really expect big things from them this weekend. On the women's side, we have Allison, Ashton, we have Carissa, we have Rebecca, and then Andrea.
Okay, so Andrea Burns.
Yes.
And Rebecca's the freshman, correct, that finished tops for us during the Bobcat Invitation.
Yes, sir. And one of the cool things, just a side note on Rebecca, is she came in, she actually got lost in her time trial the first week of practice, and we really didn't know where she was at in the first week. I mean, she really, after that, so I guess it would be the second week, she really shined, and she's been improving consistently every practice. Every workout we have, she's just getting better and better and better, which is a good thing. I mean, it bodes well for future Bobcat teams as well. So really, really big things out of her.
And Rebecca Shane, now, if I remember correctly, she's one of the taller runners that we have as well.
She's probably the tallest.
is that a typical, a body style that you would want for a runner?
It can be. It can be. Typically, you have shorter runners as well doing well at cross country. It's up and down terrain. It's a little bit better center of gravity there. But taller runners, shorter runners, it really comes down out to work ethic and just working hard and trying to improve and getting the best out of what you have.
Okay. Well, we're going to try and get the best out of what we have this weekend at UC Irvine. Stay tuned to GCBobcats.com for the results. For Stephen Cary, Al Weston, for the Bobcat Coaches Corner.